The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Falcons on Monday night.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wildcard weekend, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Again, it's been already one more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game, because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. To the air, Penix. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
It's very simple to say. It's a tough spot to go on the road in the playoffs for any quarterback. But when you're a rookie, now you know you've got big-time pressure on you, because he's shown that he's beyond his years throughout the season. He's played at a high level, and his team is very confident in him. But to go on the road leading your team in the postseason as a rookie, that's a whole nother level.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. We always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll throw with Penix. Steps away to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. A pass complete to Adunze. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun, Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 2nd and 5 from the 8. And looking to throw, Penix. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw, Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And fighting down inside the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Williams. Eluding the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
To the 43, 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. A give up the middle to Johnson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the shotgun, it's Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game, without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. In motion goes McLeod. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Penix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Play action. Now Williams. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Williams. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Williams. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. To the air, Williams. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. What a 3 days it has been. Just one more half of football remains on this Monday night in Super Wildcard Weekend. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown catch in the victory. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Penix working out of the gun here. Short throw caught by Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Williams. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. To the air, Penix. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll throw with Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And looking to throw, Penix. Flush to his right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion goes McLeod. They'll go play action here with Penix. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Penix. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Operating from the gun, Penix. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson from 19 yards away. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In motion goes McLeod. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Option play, here's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Montez Sweat with a tackle. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Now Penix. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw is Williams. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Throwing is Williams. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, Chicago.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And the Bears first down.
Here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down, Bears.
To the air, Williams. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
A play fake. Now Penix. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. Now a screen set up for Johnson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Williams going to look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Takes it to about the 37.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.